Hello, my name is Andrew Bryant, and I want to share with you 3 things that could land you a senior leadership or C-suite position in as little as 90 days. But first, I need you to answer this question. What would be likely to happen if next week or next month a senior leadership position opened up at your company? Would you be the first person that they tap on the shoulder to fill the role? If the answer is no or don't know, then I have some things to share with you. The real reason that good people are passed over for the high-level roles is much simpler than you might think. You could be the most talented software engineer and still not make it. You could be a super competent finance manager or a top-tier professional and still not make it. You could check all the boxes, but without the 3 things all successful C-suite executives have, you will hit a roadblock when it comes to being invited to join the leadership club. Deep down, you probably know that you have something more to offer your company. Maybe you've put in 10 or 15 years and you're still waiting to be recognized, waiting to get that tap on the shoulder. You keep checking that list in your head again and again to see if your career goals are on track. Am I doing enough? Am I smart enough? Do people like me? You can answer yes to all of these questions, and yet you still get the feeling that you wouldn't be the first on the list for promotion when a spot opens up. Do you know what? You're probably right. The harsh reality is nothing you currently bring to the table will get you through that C-suite door. The degrees you received, the knowledge you developed, the relationships you forged. They all got you this far, but they won't get you any further unless you apply the methods and model I'm about to share with you. I repeat, none of the tools that got you here will land you a C-suite leadership position unless you develop 3 things successful C-suite leaders possess. And I'm going to share these with you so that maybe, just maybe, you'll be shortlisted the next time a C-level position opens up at your company. A study from LinkedIn showed 89% of job rejections were due to lack of soft skills. Things like focus, determination, confidence, collaboration, etc. You know, non-technical skills that keep the workplace alive. It's possible you have many of these already, but senior leadership requires a specific set of soft skills that few people are able to name. They are the 3 pillars of my C-suite accelerator model. 1, self-leadership. 2, executive presence. And 3, influence capital. In my 2012 book of the same name, I define self-leadership as the practice of intentionally influencing your thinking, feeling, and actions towards your objectives. McKinsey Institute recently published a report identifying self-leadership along with digital fluency as being critical to staying relevant in the future of work. Few people know how to measure or develop self-leadership, but I do. And when applied, the results are frankly astounding.
I'm Eric Touchbun. I just spent 30 minutes with Andrew Bryant. Totally changed my life.
Executive presence is the ability to project gravitas, confidence, and poise under pressure. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, says, personal brand is what people say about you when you leave the room. I say executive presence is what will get you into the room in the first place. I've helped both introverts and extroverts to develop their executive presence and get into the room where the decisions are made. With self-leadership and executive presence, you can develop influence capital, the ability to get anyone to say yes to your insights and ideas. My clients are blown away when I show them how they can not just be visible, but influential in their organization. These 3 pillars form the foundation for every successful senior leader at every successful company in the world. If you're lucky enough to make it into the C-suite without them, you won't last very long. So that we're clear, what I'm showing you is not a fake it till you make it strategy. I'm sharing years of research and insights that have delivered tangible results. But you can't just read a book or watch a video. You must become the person who resonates with these 3 things. And that can only happen if you're open to hearing what I have to say. For nearly 25 years, I've been a C-suite advisor, an executive coach, a global speaker, and now a best-selling author. I've already shared my ideas at TEDx and with audiences as large as 12,000. I've consulted and coached C-suite executives at Fortune 500 companies. I've even helped many of them get where they are now. People like Grant Halloran, for instance.
And then I met this guy and I realized, wow, I can be a lot better. And he challenged me a lot. He helped me gain humility, helped me understand a lot of things about myself, and really challenged me to be better. He's going to spend some time with us for the next hour. The one, the only, Mr. Andrew Bryant. Thank you.
Over the years, I've given hundreds of people the tools they needed to enter senior leadership positions and to keep them. If you don't believe me, read a few of my recommendations on LinkedIn. Recommendations from people like Basant Singh, who applied the 3 pillars to grab a global head of product role. He reports a 2 to 3x growth in every aspect following my coaching. Or people like Mia. Mia was undervalued and overlooked as a project manager in Singapore. She almost gave up her dreams of rising up the ranks. Instead, she came to me. Today, Mia manages a $1 billion infrastructure company in San Francisco. Stephen was a general manager of marketing at his company. His head was buried so deep into the marketing segment that he was passed over for a global leadership role. But after working with me and learning self-leadership, executive presence, and influence capital, he is now a global director. Or Dr. Lakshmi Ramachandran, who was transformed by learning to apply executive presence. She was allowing her inner dialogue to prevent her from becoming the influencer she was meant to be. All that has changed following her taking my program. And she's making a real contribution to women in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The list goes on and on. But now I want to see if I can help you do the same. I want you to know there is a way to get what you want out of your career. It just takes a little action. The good news is the action is not getting another degree, making your boss laugh, or working another year. It's much more profound than that. Your very first step to opening the C-suite door is clicking the link below. It will take you to a page where you can decide if you want to learn from me, Andrew Bryant, all you need to know about self-leadership, executive presence, and influence capital, and how they can boost your status in the eyes of other executives. I'll guide you through a proven 3-step process to get there. It all starts with awareness. We find out where you are and what you want to achieve. My insights and exclusive tools help us both learn more about your value and ambitions. From there, we analyze. We dive deeper into your strengths, weaknesses, and specific goals. I help you better understand your career growth options, and we form a plan. Then we take action. I coach you through self-leadership, executive presence, and influence capital, and we establish the tools to help you translate your ambition to the reality that you want and deserve. Altogether, we talk about your strengths and weakness. We learn what career options would be realistic for you to pursue. And then we lay out a strategy and we execute. The best part is I'm with you the whole way. I know this works because in the last 12 months, I've helped people achieve CEO roles, CTO roles, CMO roles, CFO roles, CPO roles, and a few other C-level acronyms in between.
Hi, I'm David. I'm the head of customer experience and engagement for a large enterprise software company here in Asia Pacific. I had a privilege to work with Andrew, working on executive presence through his self-leadership program. Coming from a background of being a reserved person, I find it a struggle and also many times a challenge going into meetings, conversations whereby projecting my ideas and thought leadership is not natural for me. It's always a struggle to be able to do that in those moments that matter. Andrew has really helped peel the layers of onions in me, so to speak, to really look at different areas and aspects on how I view myself, how I view others, and also really combine that with my core values and goals that I want to accomplish through these conversations and discussions. I have to say that after several months, I have really come to a point where I can go into a meeting with gravitas, confidence, and knowing exactly the ideas and thought leadership that I want to bring to the table.
Now listen to me very carefully. The next time they're hiring for a senior leadership role, I want them to call you by name. And I want you to be ready to step in. But you're going to have to want it for yourself. At the end of the day, what separates those in senior leadership positions from the rest is their willingness to do what it takes. And it takes working on yourself.
So, hi, my name is Sarah. When I contacted Andrew Bryant to start this course, I started the course because I had a loss of confidence in myself and my self-worth and value. But through the course, Andrew did highlight some key elements on recognizing your self-worth and self-value, and I recognized that somebody had really stolen my power, and I got that back. But more importantly, over the course of the past 8 weeks, I've picked up a lot of methodology, process on how to develop my influence, how to develop my confidence, how to lead leadership, not just self-leadership, but also to lead others. And more importantly, I've learned about the value of investing in myself, developing my own strategies for further development, so that I can get that executive presence. So I started with one goal, and I've actually picked up so many more capabilities and methodologies that I can implement. So it's been an inspiring session, and I'd say it's well worth the investment.
It's not another certification and not another year of sucking up to your boss. If you're curious if this is a fit for you, then go ahead and click the link below. Oh, and one more thing. This offer won't be available for long. I have many people asking for my help throughout the year, but I can only coach and mentor so many at once. If you click away from this page, know that it could be months or years before you get another chance to work with me. Take this lifetime opportunity. Click the link and get started. And I look forward to helping you skyrocket your career.
Hi, I'm Annette Daler. I'm VP of Corporate Marketing at Planful. And this week I got to attend Andrew Bryant's executive leadership, what's it called? Executive presence workshop here at our kickoff, and it was amazing. Really focused on how we can boost our confidence and how we can visualize confidence. It was really helpful to think about a time when did you feel really good? When did you feel your best self? How can you visualize that and bring that to your everyday job? I think the other key thing that really stood out to me is really kind of that self-leadership. Like, we all have to take accountability to how we react to things and what we could do better. And there's always room for improvement. So I feel really inspired after this week, really grateful to have this gift of coaching. And I would definitely recommend Andrew to you guys as a coach. So attend his session